And what's going on, you bastards? Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. So today we're taking a look at the LR Super Saiyan Trio from the Super Android 13 movie. This is a bit late. I typically don't like to do showcases or gameplay of units that are kind of their banner like just went away. They're a few weeks old at this point, and in YouTube time, that's ancient. Like, why are you even still talking about them? But we're running the gauntlet today. We're doing every final stage of Red Zone. So we're doing Omega, we're doing Broly, we're doing Cooler, we're doing what's that other one? Cell Max, and then Merge Zamasu. At the time of this, I do have them at 69%, but I did like 2 more multis or something like that, and I did get another copy of them, and another copy of the LR AGL Spirit Bomb Absorbed Goku, so the OG one as well. Which he's not rainbowed, he's only at 90% now. So I got them at 79%. And for these guys, I did go more so of an additional and dodge type build. So what I have them now is I gave them a bronze combo 1 evasion 2, a silver combo 2 evasion 4, which I probably should have gave them a 5 or something like that. But, and then the gold is a combo 5 and then an attack level 3. So I think that's a pretty good one. Like, their active skill hits really freaking hard. So it's not bad to go a little bit more offensive with them. If you can hide them and pray that bad things don't happen to you. Like, in this situation right now, running them in slot 1, they do have 30% damage reduction, but they will get slapped up pretty good. If it's, after the 18 key super, you'll still, like, from the big bosses, you'll still take a significant damage and all that and whatnot. So looking at these guys are a Super Saiyans category leader, 200%. They're Carnival LR. They give 3 key as well. 18 key greatly raises attack for 3 turns, causes Colossal. And then 18 key greatly raises attack defense for 3 turns, Mega Colossal. So additionals definitely aren't bad, because these guys do just have a crazy amount of offensive capabilities going on for them. They could just shred bosses, and throughout this video you can tell I set a lot of records for my Red Zone teams, because it just they're just that dominant, and it helps definitely to have future Gohan, LR Trunks, if hopefully he's not getting attacked or anything like that, and then what do we have? Physical Godku can definitely put up some numbers. He gets super attack a lot and all that, so you do have some pretty good powerhouses. I mean, this guy is, like, the Super Saiyan team is pretty good, but it's pretty top heavy right now. That there's not a lot of other characters you can really bring in some of these harder Red Zone events. Like, Physical Bardock, the Super Saiyan 1, he, that first hit, he could take a lot of damage, and if it's a super, that's a big damage coming your way. Shoot, I'm kind of forgetting who else I like. Well, the AGL Goku Vegeta duo from the Metal Cooler movie. I thought about running them, but these big bosses for Red Zone, they really don't have a strength boss that I can recall right now. So yeah, I don't know, they're just kind of a letdown from day one, unfortunately. Anyway, continuing on with their kit. So they got an entrance animation, which I forgot to play throughout this whole thing. Attacks effective against all types and reduces damage received by 30% for 5 turns. And you can do that when there's another 2 or more Super Saiyans or movie heroes on the team upon the character's entry. Key +3 attack and defense 180%, plus an additional attack and defense 130% when attacking, plus an additional 3 key, 3 key per INT key sphere that you get. So 1 INT key sphere is worth 5 key for these guys. So they do change orbs themselves if you have other Super Saiyans or movie heroes on the rotation? Yeah, on the same turn. But it happens a couple times in this video where I'm not able to get the 18 key because, I mean, getting like 1 INT key sphere is worth as much as 5 normal orbs. And what, on average, you get maybe like 4 or 5, maybe 6 orbs or something like that. So I guess we could say 5 orbs. So it's like, ugh. And like right here, that we do not have any INT key spheres right here. It got really unlucky. I think Future Gohan might have messed it up. So we do have their active skills right now. We have a bunch of active skills right now in the Future Gohan domain.
Please, lend me all of your energy. Kakarot is my prey. I need to help Goku complete the Spirit Bomb.
Yeah, then we're gonna be playing these other active skill animations right here.
I will defeat you. Stop acting like a pampered baby, Gohan. I know you've got more power in you.
All right, right here, because we do have the revival with the Goku, I wanted to get some damage going for us. So I put the Carnival Goku Super Saiyan in the middle slots. Try to recover a bunch of HP because I do want to do a little bit of damage before we proc the revival. Putting these guys in slot 1 is risky. Even though they have like decent defense numbers in that 30%, with these big bosses, they can still take significant damage. We did attack break 1 attack, but there was another one that Omega could have slapped us with the super attack right there. And so we're almost finishing off Omega. These guys, you know, again, they did get a whole lot of key spheres. Didn't get 18 key, which, you know, you want to keep that going so their defense is a bit higher. And then, yeah, Carnival Goku just eating it right now.
Sorry, everyone. It's all because of me.
All right, so we do have a little bit more of their kit to go through, right? So they change key spheres to INT if there's another Super Saiyan, or and yeah, we just doof them to give them a little 19 million right there. And now we're moving on to Broly. Yeah, so you need another Super Saiyan or movie heroes category ally attacking in the same turn. and then launches an additional attack that's a high chance of becoming a super attack for every 3 key spheres obtained, up to 3 additional attacks within a turn. So you get them 9 key spheres, you could get up to 3 additional attacks, which could potentially all be super attacks. So you could do 5 super attacks in a turn with these guys. And when they're like pumping out numbers like 12, 13, 14, 15, use 16, because I use some Rainbow Friends during this. They can just dominate, and then they do a few like 10 millions, 11 millions, and stuff like that. So they can look pretty insane in the right circumstances. Even their like normal turn, you know, you just get an 18 key, and then like a 12 key or something like that. Like they're still doing significant damage. Yeah, going through these definitely have cleared a lot of my previous times with other teams. Yeah, so we're using the Go Bros here too. The Go Bros isn't really a character I find myself using too much. Even though like when they came out, like I was a really big fan of them. You just gotta kind of build the team around them and everything, because they are pretty selfish as characters, and I figured it's more important right now to get them built up and going versus, you know, giving a whole like a bunch of key to these guys. You know, even though it's, you know, for them, I'm running 2 of them on a team because I'm just a little worried later on, because the Go Bros are a little bit squishy, to be honest. So we want to just try to, if they do get hit, and mitigate the damage as much as possible. Yeah, so funny enough, I did manage to grab another copy of these guys. It was pretty sweet. It was good, because I did the what's that stupid ass banner called right now with the Super Saiyan 4 Goku on there, the Frosty Miracle one. I did some tickets on there, and I think I did the discounts. Didn't get diddly squad, because that banner is honestly pretty ass. But then I did go back in, and then I did go back in with my coins. I just rainbowed the GT Super Saiyan 4 duo from the 8th anniversary, because I find myself using them quite a lot. The Z duo's at 69%. I thought about getting them to 79%, but I really just do not use those guys. I even though they're one of the sweetest looking units, I just don't find myself using them. Like, you know, you get to the Spirit Bomb and everything like that, it's cool, but what then? What after you use the Spirit Bomb? What then? Like, if you don't finish the fight, you know, then they're back to their, you know, very strong offensive units. You know, kind of like the LR Super Saiyan 3 or Super Saiyan Trio. But they don't fold like paper. Well, up until their first the damage reduction runs out into 5 turns, I guess. But I don't know. It all depends on how the fight goes, I guess. But yeah, Super Saiyan's team is definitely one of my favorite teams. Because, you know, Super Saiyans is like, that's what made Dragon Ball Z. Just imagine Dragon Ball Z without Super Saiyans. You know, the Super Saiyans was just never introduced, you know. And it's kind of funny that God Goku, you know, kind of counts, because his active skill, he does go Super Saiyan. So that's very good for the Super Saiyan team, because without him, there really isn't any other slot 1 characters that can handle a lot of the punishment that these hard fights kind of dish out. You know, throughout this whole thing, I never used INT Future Gohan at all. I kind of forgot to use him and everything. I think I did try INT LR Namek Goku a time in here, but he just kind of kept getting blasted. I mean, depending on the fight, you can use the LR Super Saiyan Goku and Gohan. You know, the tech one with the original animations. I mean, in very specific fights, maybe you can use the LR Tech Gogeta in a fight. Maybe at the fight, if it's a long fight, the future Trunks that Easy Aid that starts off in base form. Again, the AGL Metal Cooler Super Saiyan Duo could possibly be one. You have the AGL Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, LR AGL Gohan, maybe AGL Gogeta that goes blue. I mean, there's a few units, depending on the fight, maybe either physical or AGL Super Vegito, because they're beasts that taking normals, but if it's a super attack, then grab your ankles and kiss your ass goodbye, because you're going back to the home screen, you know. And physical is Super Saiyan Gohan, future Gohan, I think, can still kind of hang. You know, he can. You just gotta build him up kind of as fast as possible, or else he could get a little melted. And then of course you have the LR Super Saiyan Hachiyak Goku. You know, the LR5 guys. I only have them at 69%, so they can kind of fold up a little bit. And you know, again, the physical Super Saiyan Bardock that supports. So there is a decent amount of a Super Saiyan roster. One Super Saiyan that we're really looking forward to is, you know, their Easy A is the Strength Vegito. Because I remember using that character so much when they came out. He was like always on my team. And his Easy A, they give him some defense. Dude, he's just gonna be nuts. I did try to use the Strength Namek Goku. Starts off in base, but yeah, again, he got slapped up. A lot of the Super Saiyan units, a lot of them can't hang too much anymore, unfortunately. But I mean, running two of the LR trio can really get you far. Then you have like Physical God Goku, and then you have the Tech Super Saiyan. All right, so we're finished with Broly. I'm just yammering away. And then yeah, the Tech Carnival Super Saiyan Goku. He can take a bit of damage. So can't Physical God Goku, but those are pretty much your slot ones. Up until, like, you know, the LR strength, future Gohan gets built up enough or something like that. Yeah, so it's definitely a good team. And I'm trying something different out with this video. I might do these when a new character comes out. Because, like, my channel isn't popular enough for Dokkan to where I could just spam videos and expect them to get a good amount of views. Like, I've tried that. It just didn't work. So with Dokkan, you know, I have, like, the initial summoning video. Then I have, like, a first, like, trying them out on the first, you know, like, a fight or two. And then I do, like, the max links or something in the red zone stage. Excuse me. But this one I'm trying something new, because I have been sitting on this footage for like weeks. I'm just like, maybe I just run a video where I'm bringing them through the gauntlet, you know, aka all the red zone stages and all that stuff. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's a 40-minute long video, so just leave it on the background while you're playing Dokkan or something like that, and just I mean, that's pretty much how I quote unquote watch Dokkan videos. Usually just have them in the background while I'm playing other stuff, or like, you know, playing Dokkan myself, or, you know, editing and recording or something. So yeah, I did bring the LR5 guys to the Meta Cooler fight. Why am I off rotating God Goku? Because I know we have another LR trio in the 7th slot. Is that what's... I don't know what's going on here. I've just been rambling on and on. I was looking at my phone, looking at details and the units and stuff like that. But yeah, I adore these units. These guys are so goddamn strong and very dominant. You know, it's nice to see a very offensive character that literally doesn't fold when you just, you know, they get looked at and everything like that. Unfortunately, with a lot of characters coming up on the global side of things, I guess I'll bring up some of the characters that are coming out with Dokkan. Dokkan's got a lot of interesting units that they've released at the end of 2023, right? So we do have, well, we do have the Strength Super Saiyan 3 Goku and the Harudagarm, which they're pretty good. Well, very good, actually. We do have the Tech Trunks that is coming up on Global, which I am gonna summon for because Trunks is one of my favorite Dragon Ball characters. But he seems like a very frustrating character to fucking use, I'll be honest. Let's see. What do we have? Who else is coming? Yeah, I'm scrolling through Truth because he's pretty much an encyclopedia for this game. So we had LR Trios. I know there's the Gohan and Piccolo, who are a little bit of yikers. They're good in some spots, but they're just kind of a frustrating unit to use as well. I've got all the Dragon Ball Heroes stuff. This guy posts way too much. Holy shit. Let's see. I don't even know the other Dokkan Fest coming. That's I was so just like. Who came out with that Nappa and Vegeta card? I kind of forgot. Oh, 17 to 18 from the Tournament of Power. LR Ribrian also is kind of they're just not great. So that's why I decided to do this, kind of because I'm just like, well, I really don't know how much more content for Dokkan I'll be doing because definitely not going to be like summoning really. And if I'm not summoning, then I can't do these showcase and all that stuff, you know? So it's just like, yeah, you know, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna stop the commentary. I'm not gonna commentate this whole goddamn thing. I'm gonna commentate at like the beginning of fights. So yeah, I'll be back at the beginning of the Cell Max fight. All right, so we're loading into Cell Max. Pretty much we have our team almost exactly the same. Now we brought the LR Spirit Bomb absorbed Goku here. That I think at the time, yeah, he was 79% because I got him and another LR trio in the same multi when I did another summon. This Cell Max doesn't necessarily hit that hard. So I feel like he'll be all right. And right now we're only getting him the 12 key super. And he like greatly raised his defense then. So he'll be all right. Yeah, this Cell Max just kind of... He doesn't hit hard, but he super attacks frequently. And he just chips away at your HP. When the OG Cell Max fight came out, I for the longest time, for like weeks, I couldn't do it. I'm just like, this son of a bitch, dude. The Cell Maxes are just so annoying to deal with, honestly. But, you know, it was a good, strong fight. Just seeing this super attack in that old fight would just cause pain and suffering. But yeah, other than that, like, Cell Max, you know, if you don't know his gimmick, every turn he changes his typing. So when he does that, and say, for instance, you go into Orange Piccolo, he does kind of knock you out of that Orange Piccolo giant form. I think that was probably intentional. But for giant form units, yeah, he's just like, he kind of counters them in a way. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're taking damage of normals on that guy right there. Yeah, Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku. I wish they did a little bit more with him. And also, with Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, his 18 key, when he's, you know, doing the Spirit Bomb Absorb, like, punch to, you know, where he did the Super 13, that they don't do that in the LR trio. He kind of just, like, gives him a hook. Like, he doesn't uppercut him in the gut to where, you know, he does the lift up into the sky, and then Super 13, it pretty much explodes. Yeah, he kind of just gives him a right hook, and that's it, which is just like, why didn't you do the gut uppercut? Kind of like the same shit he did with Broly, honestly, where everyone put their energy to him. Yeah, kind of the same ending, huh? Yeah, the old Dragon Ball movies, man, they as like, it started off slow, then they started explaining, you know, getting into the problems they're having. The good guys would get their ass whooped like immediately, and then the good guys would come back, and the fight would just be over in like 2 minutes. And it's just like, really? All that build up just for the fight to be over that fast, huh? And look at these guys. These guys are doing so much damage. And I think this is mine, and at the time there's 69%. So imagine if this guy was like a rainbow one, just, you know, going crazy. Yeah. So I think going to mix of additional and dodge is the way to go with them. I'll talk about that more in the Zamasu fight that's coming up here. We're pretty much almost done with this Omega Shenron, or I'm sorry, Omega Shenron, Cell Max right here. So yeah, we'll move on. And yeah, so you know, these guys, they're effective against all types for the first 5 turns, right? So if you give them a bunch of crit, it's kind of not as effective because you know, honestly, I don't know the exact math, like what the multiplier is for critical. Is it like double and then effective against all types? I'm not sure. They're both pretty much the same, I guess, because critical is like ignore defense or bypass a certain amount of defense. All right, good dodge by God Goku. God bless. We're taking a little bit of damage here in Trunks. Yeah, nice. The Trunks is a good example of I think this LR trio is like the successor of the physical Dragon Ball Super Trunks, the Carnival LR, because they're also like offensive powerhouses, but they don't fold like it's like Trunks is kind of bad at the beginning of fights, but once he gets his standby, then he's godly. And then in the beginning of the fights for the LR Super Saiyan trio, they're really good, but once they lose that effective against all types and that damage reduction, that could be pretty bad for them. Like then they'll kind of just fold. So I mean, they're I don't know. There's a lot of similarities here, but yeah, in which I can't remember the last time I actually got the standby with this Trunks. Is it a amount of super attacks or something like that? I kind of forgot how you do it, honestly. But I mean, we're not here for him. Yeah. So and then once you do the LR Trio Super Saiyan active, they do guaranteed crits, and so pretty much with that turn they do the active. And then you get them a bunch of key spheres, and like they can just like the fight should be over depending on the fight, you know. But I mean they could get it as early as turn 3, and yeah, we take a little bit of damage there. Our we were reviving anyway. I was just seeing if we could get a cheeky attack in there with the INT trio. We're just gonna talk over this shit. We already seen this. Yeah, with the fold, man, you see the arms and stuff like that. Yeah, a lot of games I play, yeah, like you can see in the background, you can still see the damage done to us and all that stuff. It's kind of interesting. I didn't think Dokkan kind of just overlays stuff like that, but I guess another game I play, Grand Summoners, does that as well. Like you can see like other screens in the background and stuff, so it's kind of interesting. Hopefully they kind of fix that stuff in the future, because some of that stuff do look pretty goofy. Oh, we are taking damage. God, Goku. Yeah. So typically, because you could get the active skill also at turn 3, I would definitely not recommend doing it then. Unless you need the defense. Say your rotations are so scuffed, because doing that active skill is like you get the full benefits of your super attacks, right? So you know you're rocking at like 300k defense, 30% damage reduction pre active skill. Once you do the active skill, you get around like 800, 900 or something like that, and then then you 18 key super, and all of a sudden you're very godly defensively, So it's you got to do that sometimes. Like say you have to run them in slot 1. Sometimes I will pop that to get us a bit more of a defensive edge. And I figure Super Saiyan Bardock is good in this fight because you get the AoEs from Zamasu. Like this is really bad. Because he gets the AoE, then because Bardock gets his defensive buff upon taking the first hit. So I do that. If he just chips at you a little bit with those AoE normals, Bardock gets his defensive buff, and then if he were to super attack, would be all right. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case last time. All right, so we're popping this, and yeah, it does 0 damage. I did that because there's one attack in that first slot, and I want to run these guys in the first slot. I don't want to use Goku's active skill, or I'm sorry, his revival right here. So that's why I just did that. These guys will finish him off. And so we can kind of save our revival for the corrupted Zamasu. Because, I mean, the corrupted Zamasu still hits insanely hard. But he actually, like, has a cooldown, you know, and he's only hitting one unit, you know. Unlike the INT Zamasu, who's just like, hey, I'm really here to ruin your goddamn day. So, and then I knew also we were getting the domain. Future Gohan's getting all of his good stuff. Yeah, look, we got no INT orbs here because Future Gohan kind of we had 3 type orb changers right here, and they all want these orbs too. So right now I am gonna pop the active skill for the trio as well. We get that crit. We're gonna put Future Gohan in the first slot because he has type advantage. His domain is up. We just did his active skill. He's pretty much in big dick daddy mode. I didn't want to take the strength or the physical orbs because I want us to heal with God Goku, and I'm not using God Goku's active either. I rarely ever use it. You see, like Gohan, he's actually putting up really good numbers now. Doing a crit, and then he can like quad super and stuff like that. It sucks because I went in for like getting him at 55% was such a pain in the ass that I wasn't able to get him at like 69% or anything like that. Like get him some extra hidden potential juice. Unfortunately, that banner did dick me over pretty good. And look, like he did nothing. So we're pretty much safe there because, you know, again, this physical Zamasu does have a super attack cooldown where I think it's like 7 attacks. Every 7 attacks is when he could possibly super attack again, you know. So now all of our super attacks, we did get the 18 key. So I forgot, we got like 5, maybe 6 or so. Yeah, we only did 1 normal, and we do not. Wait, that is with our damage reduction. That's pretty crazy. We were taking that much on normals, but yeah, like all our attacks were normal or criticals after using the active skill. Jesus Christ, I can't talk. And then God Goku's just pummeling this dude, just because God Goku can go off. He is a pretty good unit, honestly. And unfortunately, we didn't kill him here. But then we got another little active skill right here. To where, yeah, this is where Goku, he just gives him a right hook. It's like the casual, like 20 mil right there, too. Yeah, demolished my best time. But anyway, bastards, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.
But first, hi there. If you liked what you saw, thank you.